Let's go live, folks. Live at Lenny Melnick's Fantasy Sports Network, folks. Where the action is, folks. We've got a lot of shows for you guys on a regular basis here at the channel. But today, my regular scheduled program is for me to give you some waiver wire pickups and drops from the leagues that are associated with Lenny Melnick's Fantasy Sports Network, and to try to help people out there and seeing what's going on, maybe help you guys pick up some guys that we're picking up or dropping. And here we go. In our AL only auction league, we have a couple of moves that were made. This is a rotisserie league, 10-team, five offensive categories and 5 pitching categories. Only had a couple of moves last night. Once again, this is a head-to-head league. This is a rotisserie league. Our boy Aloha, who has a show here on the channel, that's Kevin Hastings. He has a show here on Mondays at 2 o'clock and does a show at 3 o'clock on Thursdays. That's Aloha Fantasy Sports, folks. He picked up Stephen Wright, the pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, for $3, and he dropped Dylan Cease, the prospect for the Chicago White Sox. Our boy Arnie, who does plenty of shows here. Maybe he does a show today, I believe, maybe at 10 o'clock, right after the great Lenny Melnick, who'll follow me at 9 o'clock today. That would be a big pickup for my friend, Arnie, as he picked up. Now, this is a weird one, folks. Now, I don't know, I guess he had Brendan McKay. He's the phenom pitcher and hitter that's down in the minor leagues. Now, he must have had him on his bench. And he picked him up as a pitcher for $111. And he also, the guy he had to drop in order to pick him up was the same guy, Brendan McKay, the batter, on Yahoo. Now, I don't know how that worked, but obviously he's picking him up to be his pitcher. And when the guy does come up, and when he comes up, I understand he is going to come up as a pitcher. So he had early when he had picked him up as a batter, hoping that that's what he was going to come up as, but it cost him 111 smackarooskies here to pick him back up. And those are the two moves in that league. And Lenny Melnick's Fantasy League, that we actually have Lenny's name under, a few moves were made there, 2 moves at that. This is also a rotisserie league. Our boy Meckard picked up Emilio Pagan, relief pitcher, for $8. And he dropped Colton Wong. Colton Wong of the St. Louis Cardinals was a waiver wire pickup early in the year and did quite well for people. Maybe the first few weeks, maybe a month. But now he's fallen on the harder times. And my boy Meckard has dropped him and dropped him hard. Once again, Brendan McKay gets picked up. This time he also gets picked up by Aloha, Kevin Hastings, for $65. So I guess Brendan McKay is the hot guy to pick up today, folks. He's eligible on Yahoo to be picked up. If you don't know that and play on Yahoo, I get over there today if you're interested in the Brendan McKay. Now, he's all the rage, folks. I don't know when they're bringing him up, but I'll tell you that. A lot of people right now, that's 2 of my leagues so far. We got 1 more to go, that he was picked up for $111 in one league, $65 in another. Good morning to Don Kioki in the chat room. And Aloha had to drop Jalen Beeks to pick up Mr. McKay here, and I wish him all the best. Now in the league, that's a head-to-head league, and where most of the action is a lot of times on the waiver wire, we have quite a few moves were made last night, and that's why sometimes, folks, when people mock head-to-head leagues, and I hear bad things talked about a head-to-head league, and how this industry basically plays rotisserie leagues, and we lose people. I mean, a lot of these rotisserie leagues, a lot of people are done. I'm 40 points out of some of my leagues in my rotisserie leagues. Now, I'm the type of guy that's going to try until the end, but let's face it. If you're a casual player and you're playing in a rotisserie league, and you're 40 points behind, and it's not even July yet, got a hard time thinking that owner's going to be sticking around in a couple of weeks from now, even a month. So, diversify like you diversify your funds over there in your life. Put your funds not in one egg basket. Move it around a little bit. Play in a head-to-head league. Play in a head-to-head points league. Play in a rotisserie league. Try different leagues and continue to play through the whole season. Now, I don't think, even in a head-to-head league, you could be right now, it could be 20 points behind. But let's just say me and Lenny are going to play each other, and we could both be in, say, 12th, 13th, 14th place in these leagues. We might really be getting our brains kicked in. But I'll tell you one thing. If I'm playing Lenny Melnick in a head-to-head league, guess what, folks? I'm going to try to kick his ass. And that's right. That's my satisfaction. And you know what? Lenny's going to come right back at me. Same thing with Andrea. Or anybody on this website, I feel. We're going to go at each other to try to win that week, to be competitive. So, it's not always scoffing head-to-head leagues, folks. That's right. Lenny's got a picture of me. He finally found a picture of me and put it up on the website. That's me, folks. If you go to the website right now, you see me. And that's my nephew, who right now, that's my godson and my nephew, Nicholas. And look at him as he's looking at me like I'm a crazy maniac. That was one of my best times with the little guy. He ain't no little guy no more, folks. I can tell you that. Now let's get back to our pickups and drops over at the Trucker Rob, Flying High League, Trucker Rob, wherever you are, my friend. Rest in peace. Guess what, my friend? We're still talking about you today. 5 years after your death, you get more airtime than when you were on Sirius XM. So God bless you, Trucker. I miss you. But in your honor, J.R. Slice, he dropped. One guy picked up Emilio Pagan. It's just the crazy thing in a Roto League. And now this guy, one guy picked him up, and this guy, J.R., he dropped him. Emilio Pagan got dropped. And he picked up Gio Gonzalez for zero. Absolutely nothing. Didn't pay a nickel for him. So he got Gio Gonzalez for nothing, and it drops Emilio Pagan. J.R. Slice also spent a couple of bucks. No, he spent nothing. Hanser Alberto of the Baltimore Orioles, who's actually been a pretty good player this year, folks. And he actually is leading off, and I use him a lot in my daily fantasy games. He's very good against left-handed pitchers, but he's been getting some decent playing time. He's actually playing pretty good. He picked up Hanser Alberto for nothing and dropped Chad Green. Chad Green actually is pitching decent for the Yankees. He's been opening up for the Yankees. But not a bad move right there, folks. The reigning champ right here, he's the champ before he even got his crown, is Meckard. He's a big part of our chat room. He picked up Delino DeShields for a whole $1. $1. Yesterday he picked up Billy Hamilton. Today he picks up DeShields. Good morning, Easy Kill. He drops Eric Dames. Eric Dames, a few years ago, everybody's rage. Everybody picked him off the waiver wire. Hit a bunch of home runs for you for $1. My boy Danny Pasqua, my friend Victor, that's his real name. He picked up J.P. Crawford for $12. And Josh James was immediately dropped for Delino DeShields. No big deal there. J.P. Crawford seems to be coming on now, playing regularly and doing okay. Not a bad pickup right there, folks. Now, Todd Frazier was also picked up. And, wow, I tell you, these guys are dropping like flies, folks. Todd Frazier was picked up for $31. $31. And Steven Matz, who I dropped earlier in the year, not because he wasn't pitching good. He was pitching pretty good for me, actually, when I dropped him. But when I did drop him, I had to drop him because I had about 7, 8 guys on my IL. He was one of them when he got hurt. And I had to drop some people. So I was forced to drop Steven Matz. Now, he hasn't pitched that good lately. He got bombed a few times. But I guarantee you Steven Matz won't be on the waiver wire long. I know he's not pitched great, but he's the kind of guy you're going to have to stream for the rest of the year, folks. More than likely. So next time, I'm probably talking to you in a few days from now. Maybe next week. Well, I'm going on vacation, matter of fact. Don't tell nobody. But I'll be gone next week. So actually, I'll be gone. I'm out of here. South Carolina, here I come. I'm leaving Saturday. Who cares, right? Steven Matz, I guarantee you by the time I get back, by 4th of July, Steven Matz will be on another team. Guaranteed. Now, here's the hot guy. The hot guy everybody's picking up. Meckett. Meckett is the leader of this league. I don't know, sometimes I think some people in this league fall asleep. I mean, this guy's leading the league. He's beating our brains in, and he still happens to get all the good players. He's got hardly any fab left. I mean, and he picks up Brandon McKay for $66, and he drops Adrian Sampson. It's amazing. The other day, he picked up Zach Gallen. How does he get Zach Gallen? Gallen, whatever the frig his name, from the Miami Marlins. We got 13 other owners in this league. I bid for him, but I don't have that much money. Some of these guys some guys in this league got all their money still left. What the hell are you waiting for? How many guys are you going to get? Zach Gallen is on the waiver wire. You don't even bid for him, and your team is not in contention. You got a shot. Go after these guys. Spend a couple of $100. Grab a guy. I don't know about this Brendan McKay guy. I mean, let's face it. If three in my leagues, head-to-head, roto leagues, everybody's picking this guy up today. Did he get called up? Anybody know if he got called up today? No, he's probably just a stash. And they're not stashing him for cheap. Let's face it. Arnie spent $111 on him. Mecca spent $66 on this guy. Kevin Aloha spent $65 on Brendan McKay. He must be a pretty good prospect. It's a lot of cash over they're spending enough to pick up this dude. Maybe Lenny today will have something about this guy today because I know he's the second coming over here because he can hit and he can pitch. And I guess Tampa Bay is going to bring him up pretty soon. So, hey, good luck to all the guys out there that picked up Brendan McKay. Good luck to all the guys that picked up whoever you pick up. Gio Gonzalez of the world, the Stephen Wrights of the world, Delano DeShields for some steals. I mean, Todd Frazier's getting some respect. I mean, Todd Frazier, he's been on the waiver wire pretty much the whole season. I don't think Todd Frazier's been even on anybody's roster this year in a 14-team league. So he's gaining a little steam. People picking him up. I want to wish everybody in the chat room, everybody out there for listening to me at Lenny Melnick's Fantasy Sports Network. Good luck in their pickups. Good luck in your drops. Have a great day. Lenny Melnick, less than 6 minutes from the legend himself, will be here for you with his podcast. I seen him in the chat room, folks, so this time I'm not lying to you. I don't get the schedule sometimes. Sometimes other people are stepping in for Lenny. Yesterday, Andrea did a fantastic job for Lenny with Lou Landers, matter of fact. Now, the rest of the schedule, let's see, maybe I could give you the rest of the schedule since I got a couple of minutes. Today is Thursday, 6/27. Arnie's coming up after Lenny today at 10 o'clock. Then you got, we got a pretty cool schedule today. After Arnie, Fantasy World of Sports over here. Nothing but fantasy again with Lou and Andrea. Now, if they could just do their show in an hour like they're supposed to, that would be real nice. You know what I'm saying? It's a schedule, folks. It's a schedule. You know, an hour show is an hour show. Just saying. That goes for you too, Arnie. The rest of you people. I wanna. Can I go on a little more? You know, you think, is anybody up after me? I got so much to talk about. Shut up! Do your hour show. That's it. That's what you got. The boss told me to tell you this. He doesn't care. 1 hour. That's it. 1 hour is your show. We don't need any more information than that. We're going to go on our business. We set our clocks for your show for an hour. When you go over, we're cutting your asses off. All right? I'm starting to get in charge here. Give me my friggin', what do I got to do to start cutting people off after an hour? Tired of this bullshit. Anyway, Lenny's up in a few minutes. Arnie's up after him. Andrea's up after him with Lou. Then we got a 12 o'clock. We got somebody at 12 o'clock today. Is our boy? Nah, he's not there. Nobody's home. JJ Sports at 2 o'clock. JJ does a fantastic job, by the way. Our boy today, who's making all the moves. Let's see if he's going to talk about his moves tonight. Aloha Fantasy Baseball, 3 o'clock with our boy Kevin Hastings. We got Cam Giagrande, 5:30, giving you some, winning your money every friggin' day. I don't know why you don't go there and listen to him so you can pocket some cash with Cam. Then you got to go, we're going deep into the night. I think that's all, folks. That is all, folks. Cha-cha here for Lenny Melnick's Fantasy Sports Network. Out of here. Till tomorrow, maybe. Bye now.